What is happening, y'all? Welcome on back to the next part of the walkthrough. This time around, we're going to be taking a look at Charo's hidden grave. So as a reminder, Tier 2 members and above get early access to everything I am recording as soon as it is done, instead of having to wait for the next release. Standard release schedule is 1 per day. After the Let's Play wraps up, it'll be 2 per day. But anyway, we're running on over here. Let's go west down the wing for some Dragon Communion harpoons. We're gonna head towards that big claw. And we'll run on over here for grease and some just little. You can pick up a bunch of these around here. The sharp gravel stones. From here, we're going to make our way west. We're going back to where all those red flowers were. Right. So once we drop down, turtles you can kill, but most importantly, Gravekeeper's Book number 2. And you can already see the Mariner up ahead. We're not going to be going for him just yet. There's a Grace that's very close nearby, so we're going to go ahead and grab that before we get involved in that fight. But to explain the Mariner, he is a multi-teleport fight, so he starts off down there, he teleports to where he's at now. While he's down there, he summons up one of those fast, grabby undead guys. And then if you don't end up killing him, he goes to this next part where he summons up a bunch of undead to assist him. So ideally, we're going to try and nuke him during basically his first real zone, where he will summon the dude. To do that, I would suggest having on a heal. Now, even if you're not playing a faith build, there are a couple different heals that you can probably end up putting on. I mean, the base heal, this needs 12 faith. It's like next to nothing. You could, put on a talisman to have the faith. Alternatively, you can just try killing the thing that he summons, but heals will knock it straight on its ass, making the fight very trivial. So I like going for the heal approach. And let me take you and go with we'll do this. So anyway, he's going to teleport over, so we can just get right here, and then we'll pull on out our Mimic and get buffed up. There we go, trigger the teleport. Mimic is already getting on him and beating his ass. There's the summon. Just run over. Great heal. Oh god. Nope. I might die here. Oh god, I'm overweight. I'm probably dead for sure. Let me try and get away. Yeah, I'm dead. What did I put on that put me overweight? Oh, you know what? I have my miser cord on still. That would do it. I also should have topped off my mana. Embarrassing. Those guys, they always recover so fast that I can't, yeah, I actually struggle a lot to get the crit on that thing's head. Just gonna wait for the summon, and we'll nuke it. 2 great heals are enough to kill it. So, great heal 1, great heal 2. I died. Now we can just beat this guy's ass. Yeah, slap him with the rot pot. That's how that fight's supposed to go down. We get Tibia's cookbook. After that, we're going to head northeast, and we're making our way up for a grave 7. That's over here by these gravestones. And the next cluster of graves will be a Call of Tibia item that we can pick up. So we'll swing up here, grab that. And then we're just kind of following the cliff edge. So we're going to get a Call of Tibia. We're going to swing by the birds to get Spectral Light. We're going to hop across and get the Gravekeeper's Brain Pan, and then we'll go back to our grace. So up we go. There's the Call of Tibia. This next spell is actually really good. I like this a lot. It shoots out like 5 of these little rings. And their stagger shot, very, very solid spell for sorcerers, like death sorcerers and whatnot. Now this guy you don't have to kill, but you can get brain grave pans from him, and I haven't found anybody else that has these yet, so I wanted to point this guy out. Gravekeeper's Brave Pan. I need to warp, and they're keeping me in combat. Go back to the hidden grave. Alright, up next we have a death bird, everyone's favorite, so pull out your sacred powers and get ready to go. For those that are unaware, death birds actually do a lot of magic damage, so you can put on Barrier of Gold if you want to feel extra safe. Maybe even some Golden Vow, buff that damage even further. Then once you get down here, go ahead and pull on out Mr. Mimi, or whoever else. Mimic is my homie for this entire series. There is no... You can cry the Mimic from my cold, dead hands. Kill that one. There's one more bird we want to kill before the death bird. There's one that's right here. You don't have to kill these, but if you don't kill them, there's a chance of them just getting involved in the fight. And that's just going to make things that much harder. There's more death birds back where he's at, so we're kind of letting him come on over here. Oh, Mimi, what are you doing? Alright, well, looks like we're fighting him over there, so let's take this one out as well. Just like the dragons, Sacred Blade right to the face on this guy. And he will... make short work of him. Honestly, the hardest part of this is just finding the opening to hit it, because when you do, the fight's like over. There you go. So absurd how much it trivializes the death birds. You know, with him dead, you get Ghost Flame Call. It's basically the Death's Poker ability, but you can put it on other weapons. We're going to hop up here to get another spirit type weapon, Spirit Glaive, which is actually the one I was using in my review. So just run right on over. You can see it there looking all shiny. After we grab that, we're just running down the hill. There's a glovewort we can snag by these graves. Which grave set is it? There we go. And then we're running down this way. We're going to make our way over to a hippo, so I'll probably change this out. You know what? Why not? No, I don't have a good Ash of War on that yet, though. Pull out my sword spear. I like that. Oh, looks like somebody dropped something. Let's snag it. Smithing stone. But we're going for this Miranda flower that we see that's in southwest. So you can go straight southwest, but there's like a cliff break, so you need to work your way around it. Right up there is the Brain Pain guy that we killed earlier. But just go ahead and swing Ask the Miranda for another Potentate's Cookbook. And we can jump on up. And then right over here we have a hippo. And this is going to give us another Skidoo tree fragment. Critical spot is on the eye, but these enemies are a little weird in that it's really hard to see at times. Take him down now and get yourself a new Skidoo tree fragment. Afterwards, we'll go on over here for some Ghost Flame Bloom. And we're going to run this way. And we're going to leap across to where that furnace is. Okay, so after we leap across, we're going to head north for a jail. So, just kind of heading straight north. You're going to need to circle around to the east a little bit to decrease your elevation. Lamenter's Jail. It's pretty easy. Once you start seeing all the steves, you know you're in the right spot. Very obvious entrance, but like I said, there's a... Is it grave 7, I believe? Grave 8. So let's just run on past that to grab the grave 8, and then we'll head on inside. No, it's a grave 7. Wait, let me look at my notes here. Ask it for a grave 8. Hang on, that's so weird. Is there another one over here I'm not seeing? Because I had Ghost 7 in my notes, and then when I just did prep, I updated it to grave 8. Oh my god, stop that. That's so weird to me. Oh, maybe it was just a typo. Either way, let's head on inside. There's only the one thing over there, so... Lamenter's Jail is pretty straightforward. You're probably going to want something that has some range in this place for certain enemies. So Bolt of Grangsics will work great here. Yeah, just anything with some range. That's all. I mean, some range. Range is good. Anyway, head inside. That gate is locked for now, so we can't do anything with it. This first room just has a dude that ambushes you and no loot, so I'm just gonna jump over and kill him. I mean, I guess there's the frozen maggots, but I wanted to run in there to at least show you what's inside. I'll proceed ahead though, cross this bridge, kill these 3 dudes. Let me scroll these. Go left into the hole. Alright, so we got a fleshy up ahead. Spear does not work as well as I would hope against them, thankfully. Well, actually, you know what might work really well against them? Can I put it on too? Yeah, cool. I think they're weak to fire. We're gonna try the perfume bottle. This will be the first new weapon we're actually using. I was looking through them and I'm like, you know, this one does hit B-Dex. I might as well use it. We get a really good Ash of War for it a little bit later, but I was hoping to hold off. But I'll try it against those things. Plus, I'm kind of curious what the guard counter looks like. After we get Pale Lamentation, though, we'll swing on into this room. It's pretty respectable. So give us the key that we need. And we're going to exit and just run back over there. Back over here for the gate. Alright, so we're going to go down this, and there's going to be a fleshy that shows up pretty much immediately. Yeah, get off of me. I mean, it works kind of well. Anyway, go into the room that thing came out of. And there are some dudes. Go ahead and pick up the chilling perfume bottle, as opposed to the one that we have on. This one gets a little bit of int scaling. Also, obviously also does frostbite. We're going to run straight across to the west to drop down into this hole. Grab this. And then there's going to be some rats in here that we need to take out. That charged heavy is actually pretty cool. I like that a lot. This is the exit. Don't go there for now. That's... You know, I might finish the whole level with these just to mix things up. Fighting a Horn Charm 2. I think I could probably finish, well, I'm not going to fight the dragon with it, but most things I'll fight with it. I only briefly used the perfume on a Let's Play episode, and it was pretty late. Wasn't working out all that well because I didn't have the poise damage, so it's kind of cool to showcase it here. Oh, you know what? Let me, here we go. Take the shield off the back. Pocket Sand, the build. So we have another one of these fun-filled fleshies. I'd say that gets the job done well enough. There's another one in that pot right there. If you don't go near it, it won't break out. The one up here, on the other hand, will. But you can actually block the roar. I kill that one, and then we're gonna proceed ahead, and the floor is gonna collapse. Oh no, here I go. It's kind of fun just throwing pure fire damage into the faces of enemies. We're going to proceed ahead. We're going to go up these stairs. There's another enemy right here. Over here we have a hidden wall. We don't have the key for that yet, so don't worry about it. Call of Tibia, and then we head this way. We go up the stairs some more. We'll make our way. Watch the gap here. And welcome to the pot room. So there are 3 big pots and a bunch of little pots down here. No idea how perfume's going to perform, but we're going to find out together. There's our first big one. Yeah, I don't know if that's really getting the job done. This is turning into a bad situation very fast. Those way anyway. 1, it's nice. I mean, it's a good secondary as light as it is. Going here to get the key. Jar shards. They're so happy. No fun allowed. Murder. And that gets us another hefty cracked pot. Looks like we had a drop in the back corner, so snag that before we go. Then we're just taking this path up and out. So now that we have the key, we will run down and grab that room first. We are almost out of here. I'll open this up. Shadow 4, and then the Lamenting Visage. This is a torch that has a unique effect of hiding you. Which I want to do some more testing, but there's some potential implications later that could be incredibly powerful. Alright, ambush here, so... Take out the fleshy. That room where we just grabbed that loot, that was where the floor collapsed. We're gonna take these down from above. There's another one that's right over there in that pot, but honestly, we could just leave. As long as it's not gonna pop out, it's not a concern. We're about to reach the boss. Sounds like it just popped out. Too little, too late, lady. Going down. So, this boss is mostly a gimmick. You're just going to do as much damage as you can to it. The one thing to be aware of is, as the fight progresses, it's going to create clones. You want to nuke those clones. If you leave those clones alive, it can instant kill you. So... Ooh, wow, you're very resistant to that. Wonder if he has lightning resist? Yeah, he must be resistant to lightning. Alright, we're gonna swap up and go to something else to poke him with. So yeah, you just chill around. A bunch of clones are going to pop up. Most of the clones you can kill with one hit. I've tried doing throwing knives. That didn't work, though. Yeah, it's much better in terms of our damage. And the same thing. After the Lamenter is down, you get the mask, which if you strip naked and you use the mask, you turn into the Lamenter. If you use the mask a second time, you do the big ooga booga face that he tried to do to me earlier. Either way, with him dead, warp on out. Alright, so before we go any farther, go to item crafting, and for hefty fire pots, you've been following the guide, you should have enough to create 6. You'll probably only need 5, but having an extra on deck doesn't hurt. Either way, follow this road, and we're going to head on up, and we're going to try and take down the armored furnace golem. So, gonna go this way and do some stuff. Up we go. What's the note? So, southwest up the hill, or Ghost 9, and then cut towards the furnace golem. Okay. Ghost 9 should be right over there, I believe. Can't catch me, I'm the gingerbread man. Whee! And then right down in the water is a fire resist thing, which certainly is helpful against the furnace golems. Now, what we're about to fight is known as a armored furnace golem. Their fight is more gimmicky. However, I would say it's vastly preferable because they're much, much easier to kill as long as you can get into position. So, all we're going to do is just run straight on over for that spirit spring. Don't worry about him. Don't worry about him trying to do anything. So run between his legs. That'll make him turn around. Just want to jump straight up. And we're going to beeline it for this grave. Pick up the grave bird ashes. And then we'll just chill here for a second. Because all those fireballs are coming. This is a pretty safe spot for us to hang out. We'll probably do a second volley. We're going to wait for that second volley, and now he's where we want him. I'm going to wait till they get close, and then we'll go on over. So the idea is we need to chuck hefty fire pots into the basket. So we need to do this while we are above him. He has another big volley coming. We're going to just dodge this, and then it's go time. And he's mainly going to do this and the hand swipe. Try and get over to him before he gets another one off. Target it and start throwing. Some of those fireballs are coming down, so we are running. And 2 of these will interrupt him. So ideally you want to get it while he's trying to spin up. And 5 pots. Boom, down he goes, and we still got 1 extra. For taking him out, you get the Glovewort Crystal Tear and a Furnace Visage. Glovewort's pretty cool. You put it in your flask and it's going to buff your summon. So, with that being done, 30 minutes? Yeah, we'll keep going. Let's hop over to Dragon's Pit Terminus, and we are going to do the... other portion, which will lead us up to a ancient dragon and Bale. So we're gonna slap on our new great katana that we've been using. It seemed to work out quite well. What would I sack? Just 5. I want everything. I want everything. I would probably take you off and then take that off for the time being. We'll just run along, and instead of making our way where we did before, we're just going to take the alternative path this time. So, the easy thing is that big archway that's created. Just run for that. So this is pretty much just a run. We're just going to stay along this pathway. There is a cookbook we can get partway through, but it's like where our jump is at, so kind of see the drawbridge off in the distance. Let's keep going east. And when you can start to see the spirit spring, you know you're close. So at that point, we're gonna cut to the left. Let's run down here past some undead dragonkin. We'll grab the cookbook that is right there along the ledge, and then we'll shoot on over to that grace, or shoot on over to that spirit spring, which will then take us to the grace. Now up ahead, we're going to be fighting 2 Jagged Peak Drakes. They are very similar to the one that you had already fought, so the hardest portion of this fight is really just killing one Drake while not dying to the other one, because the Drakes are attacking each other. So on one hand, that's good, because, you know, if you're really struggling, you could just, you know, chill off to the side long enough, and eventually one of them's going to die, and then you could clean up. My ass is way too impatient for that. So instead, I am going to put on up some stuff. I'm going to slap Golden Val on and Flame Protect me, get some fire resist. Gotta get a little bit closer to summon the homie out. In general, I would try to focus the dragon that's already injured. You can see that one is about half dead already. So we are going to try and pop that one right in the face. You can already see there's a flame coming our way because that dragon's trying to attack that dragon. So this is the hard part of the fight, you know. We want to kill this dude without getting hit by the other one behind. Probably one more big hit to the face and he should go down. Alright, he's dead. And now we can just focus on the other Drake. Sure we're not standing on any of the lightning. Run to the left and you'll see this coming. Oh. Remember this one, we roll back. Probably gonna get cooked a little. Nope, managed to get away. A rebuff. Big hit. A little bit of luck, we should get a knockdown. Oh, that was juicy. No, I will say the one thing I do like a lot about this katana is it puts you right at face level to really fuck them up. Dragon heart, dragon scale flesh. Broken rune is from something that died. It wouldn't typically be there.
A warrior true, if ever one there was.
Talk to Egon.
A fellow Drake warrior. Egon. Piteous Egon. Do you not remember? Conjure your past. How once you were. When fear was yet foreign to you.
Egon's utterly insane, but he's pretty cool.
Grant me to take this escape. Summon me. My limbs but a drape and my...
So we got his filled finger. We can summon him for the fight against Bale. And that will complete his quest. Get us his armor, get us a great bow that has a unique Ash of War on it. Pretty good stuff. For now, jump on up. Jump on up. That arena where we were fighting the dragons, there's more of that Caller Bloom stuff, but there's no, like, no shinies. Alright, after we grab those, head southwest up the path. And there's going to be a boulder that's going to roll towards us, but Skidoo tree fragment number 14 is on the way, so we're going. I'm going to grab this, and then we'll swing to the right. And this will completely avoid the boulders, so we can just chill over here and keep running. You can see the second boulder coming right now. Got Skidoo tree fragment, and then we head on up. Ancient Dragon Senesax is up here. I wouldn't suggest trying to fight him right now. He'll do a lot of damage. In fact, we're probably gonna just use a cheeky-ass strat to kill him a little bit later with a crossbow and blade bolts, because we're fighting an ancient dragon whose red lightning is going all over the water. Not a really fun fight, to be honest. But we have a strat that, you know, a toddler could do to take that guy out. Just gotta get our magical crossbow, which we get in a couple episodes. I should say that it's not magical, it's just good. Anyway, once we get on up to the top of the peak, just ride around to the right real fast, we'll get Egon's second cookbook. And we'll get the Grace. So if we keep following this up, we'll actually reach Bale the Dread. You could fight him right now, but I would suggest waiting a little bit. In terms of difficulty, I think the best way to describe it is that this boss, in terms of the runes he gives, the only boss that gives more than him is the final boss of the DLC. So it's, you know, obviously you should be fighting this guy later. With that fragment we just picked up, though, you should be at 7.5. And now that we are at 7.5, we're going to leave Jagged Peak Mountainside, and we're going to head on over to Castlefront. In the next episode, we will be tackling our second Legacy dungeon with Castle Ensis.